Welcome to the class, students. So today's class we are going to discuss the topic the speed control V-by-F control method. Okay. So already we have started discussing about this V-by-F control. So wherein it is represented as variable frequency control. But in this method, both voltage and frequency are going to be varied in the same ratio to keep this V-by-F ratio constant. So in some textbook you can see that it is a V-by-F ratio control method. So that means it's going to be kept constant. You are going to control the voltage and frequency at the same ratio, but at the same time this ratio is going to be kept at a constant value. So before getting into this method in detail, we are going to see about what is the need for varying voltage and frequency simultaneously and keep this ratio to constant value. Okay. So you know the basic equation of any AC machines. EMF equation is E is equal to 4.44 phi F into T, wherein this E is the induced EMF, phi is the flux, and F is the frequency, and T is the number of turns. So here it is the number of turns in the stator winding of this induction motor. So you know this induced EMF is proportional to the applied voltage, and suppose if the stator resistance of this motor is neglected, in some analysis we used to do assume this stator resistance is very lesser and you can neglect it, and so that you can say that this E is proportional to V, so that you can write this V is also equal to 4.44 phi F into T. So here in this equation this 4.44 and T number of terms are constant. So from this equation you can write this V divided by F is proportional to phi, that is the flux. Okay. So what you can understand from this equation is this V by F ratio is proportional to the flux. Say for example, so in the previous classes we have discussed about the voltage control method, that is supply voltage control method and frequency control method of controlling the speed of induction motor, wherein one of the parameter, either the voltage is varied in stator voltage control method, and frequency control method this frequency alone is varied. Okay. Suppose if you vary the voltage or frequency alone, what will happen is, suppose we assume that without varying the frequency you are increasing this voltage alone by keeping this frequency constant. If you increase the voltage, what will happen, this flux will get increases, or if the voltage is decreased, what will happen, this flux will also get decreased. That means the flux varies in proportional to voltage, or if you keep this voltage at a constant value and vary the frequency alone, what will happen, if you increase the frequency the flux will get decreases, that is in the inverse proportional ratio. So what you can understand is, if one of the parameter, either the voltage or frequency is varied to control the speed of the motor, what is happening is the magnetic field circuit is also disturbed, or you can say this flux is also varied, or magnetizing current is also varied. Suppose to increase the speed of the motor, if you increase the voltage, what will happen, this flux will also increase, or if you decrease the frequency to control the motor, the flux will also be increased. So if flux is increased, what will happen in a motor operation? Usually now all the motors are designed to operate in the knee point of magnetization characteristics. That is, in the pH characteristics, you know there are two non-linearities. One is the saturation non-linearity and another one is the hysteresis non-linearity. So what will happen is, at certain point the magnetic circuit will get saturated. So even if the magnetizing current is increased, the flux density is not going to be varied beyond that value. From, you just imagine the pH curve of any magnetic circuits. So here again, if the flux is getting on increasing because of increasing the voltage to control the speed of the motor, what is happening, the flux will also increases. But actually what will happen is, the magnetic circuit, if it is get saturated, only this magnetizing current or current drawn from the source will be increasing, but actually not the flux, because the flux density will be constant after certain point. So because of this non-linearity in the magnetic circuits, the flux is going to be saturated, but the current will be continuously drawn from the source, the magnetizing current, the H will be increasing but not the flux density. Flux density is going to be saturated. So because of this increased magnetizing current drawn from the source, what are the drawbacks will be? The increased magnetizing current is drawn from the source. Okay. So because of this increase in the magnetizing current, so this will distort the input current as well as the voltage. So distortion, the drawback of this increased magnetizing current drawn from the sources, it will distort the line current as well as the voltage. It will also increases the core loss because the current is increased. So the core loss will be increased and stator copper losses will also be increased. And another drawback is it is going to increases the acoustic noise. So these are the drawbacks of increased magnetizing current drawn from the source. Okay, so that should be avoided. So that's why we used to operate the flux at a constant value as well as at the rated value, so that best performance of any drive will be obtained only if you operate the motor at the rated flux value. Okay, so this flux is being disturbed. So one case, if the voltage is either increased or if the frequency is decreased to control the speed of the a motor by using any of these two methods separately, the flux will be disturbed. So if flux is increasing, there are many drawbacks. So main drawback is distortion in the current, input current and voltage. So if the supply current or source current is distorted, you know the harmonics and its effects. So it will end with the harmful effects of induction motor. Okay, the torque ripple and many more drawbacks will be there. So we are not going to discuss in detail now. But anyhow, the magnetizing current will be increasing, and so the source current and voltage will get distorted, or harmonic will be introduced into the source current as well as in the voltage. So it will produces the core losses and copper losses. And another drawback is the acoustic noise or EMI noise will be increasing. This is one drawback, that is one side. Either if the voltage is increased or if the frequency is decreased, so what will happen? The flux will be increasing. So the increased flux will result in many drawbacks. This is one point. Suppose in other direction, if it decreases the voltage to control the speed of the motor below the rated speed, what will happen? If the voltage is decreased, the flux will also get decreased. So now it is not operating, that means it is not operating at the knee point of magnetization characteristics curve, or the flux is getting decreased. What is the drawback of flux getting decreased in the motor operation? So what will happen immediately? It will reflect in the torque. What is the torque equation? Torque is the general equation of torque for any motor is torque is proportional to phi into I. Okay, phi is the flux and I is the current drawn from the source. So if being the torque is proportional to the flux, if flux is decreasing, what will happen immediately? The torque produced by the motor will be decreasing. But the load torque we are not decreasing now. With the same load torque, we are controlling the speed only now. What we are discussing now is the controlling the speed of the induction motor, but not to control the torque of the motor, because with the same load, the speed of the motor is going to be controlled. Either it can be increased or it can be decreased. Suppose if you want to decrease the motor, what is happening? While decreasing the speed of the motor, the torque produced by the motor is also decreasing. So if the torque produced by the motor decreased with respect to the load torque, what will happen? The motor will decelerate, because the steady state operation is obtained only if the torque produced by the motor is always equal to the load torque. If the motor developed torque or torque developed by the motor either decreases or increases with respect to the load torque, the motor is not going to be operated at the steady speed operating condition. Okay, so what will happen? The motor will not be at the steady state operating condition. So that operating conditions of the motor will get disturbed. So the motor is supposed to produce the required torque so as to meet the load torque applied to the motor. So always the motor developed torque must be equal to the load torque. So now to control the motor speed, and in turn to decrease the motor speed from one speed to another speed, if we decrease the voltage, what will happen? the flex will also get decreases. If the flex decreases, the torque being directly proportional to the flex, the torque developed by the motor will also decrease, and hence the motor steady state operating condition will be disturbed. So that should not happen. So the torque capability of the motor is getting decreased is the drawback of decreasing the flex of the motor. So what you can able to understand from this discussion is, so you are supposed to keep the flex of the motor at the rated speed value to get the better performance of the motor drives. So if we decrease the flex, the torque capability of the motor will be decreasing. Or on the other hand, if we increase the flex to control the speed of the motor, what will happen? So it will draw more magnetizing current at the saturated conditions of the motor. So that will distort the supply voltage as well as the supply current. Source current will get distorted, and so it will introduces the harmonic into the source as well as to the motor. So that will introduces in very bad operating conditions of the motor. So that should be avoided. So what we understand is, we are supposed to keep the flex at the constant value. So to keep the flex at the constant value, but at the same time you need to control the speed of the motor. So what you can do is to keep the flex at a constant value. It is not directly possible because the measurement of the flex and applying the closed loop control to the induction motor is impossible. Or you can say it is very difficult to measure the flex and to implement the flex control in a closed loop operation. But this parameter voltage and frequency can be easily measured, and it can be, you can implement closed loop to this frequency and voltage controls. So what we are going to do is to keep this flex in turn, we are going to keep this V by F ratio constant. If this ratio is kept constant, what is the meaning? The flex is also kept at a constant value. So to keep this V by F ratio constant, what you have to do is, suppose you are increasing the voltage at 10 with 10%, you have to increase the frequency also at the same ratio. Suppose if you decrease the voltage with certain ratio, this frequency also should be decreased at the same ratio, because this voltage and frequency are in proportional to each other only. So if the voltage is varied with certain ratio, the frequency also should be varied at the same ratio, so as to keep this particular. Suppose I am varying this voltage at a ratio A, this frequency also should be varied at the same ratio A. A can be 10%, 5% or 50%, whatever the case it may be. So if you vary the voltage with a certain percentage A at a fraction of A, this frequency also should be varied at the same fraction. So that now, suppose if it is A into V and it is A into F, what will happen? This A and A will get cancelled. Again, this ratio will be maintained at a constant value. So this method is V by F ratio constant method. So you are going to keep the V by F ratio at a constant value to keep this flex at the constant value, so that the operating conditions of the magnetic circuit operating condition will not get disturbed, so that this V by F ratio is going to be kept constant. So this method is called as V by F ratio control method. At any ratio you can keep this value constant. A can be any ratio, 10% or it can be 20% or 70%, whatever the value it can be, but this ratio is going to be constant. So by you can understand that you can either increase the value voltage, or you can decrease the voltage. You can control the speed. No, if this ratio is increased to a certain level, then you can also increase the speed. If this ratio is decreased, the speed can also be decreased. So what you can understand is, by keeping this ratio constant, but you are varying both voltage and frequency at certain ratio, you are varying the speed, but at the same time the flex is also maintained constant. So to keep the flex constant, to make the better operating conditions of the motor, we are varying voltage and frequency simultaneously. So this is what represented as V by F control method. So the theory behind this V by F control method I will discuss in the next class. Okay. I think you get some idea on this V by F control. It is coming under variable frequency control method. Thank you for listening, students.